book of 2 Chronicles reaches its solemn conclusion in chapter 36, where Judah's final kings reject repeated warnings, Jerusalem falls to Babylon, and the temple is destroyed. Yet the chapter does not end in despair. After judgment and exile, God opens a new path toward restoration. Following the death of King Josiah, the people of Judah place his son Jehoahaz on the throne in Jerusalem. He is 23 years old, but his reign lasts only 3 months. Necho, king of Egypt, removes Jehoahaz from power and imposes a heavy tribute on Judah, 100 talents of silver and 1 talent of gold. Necho appoints Jehoahaz's brother Eliakim as king and changes his name to Jehoiakim. Jehoahaz is then taken away to Egypt. Jehoiakim is 25 years old when he becomes king, and he reigns for 11 years. Instead of returning Judah to the Lord, he does what is evil in God's sight. During his reign, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, invades Judah. Jehoiakim is bound with bronze chains to be taken to Babylon, and valuable articles from the temple are carried away and placed in Nebuchadnezzar's temple. After Jehoiakim, his son Jehoiakim becomes king. He is 18 years old and rules in Jerusalem for only 3 months and 10 days. His short reign is also marked by evil. In the spring, Nebuchadnezzar summons Jehoiakim to Babylon and removes more precious objects from the temple. He then appoints Jehoiakim's uncle Zedekiah to rule over Judah and Jerusalem. Zedekiah is 21 years old when he becomes king, and he reigns for 11 years. He refuses to humble himself when Jeremiah the prophet speaks the word of the Lord to him. Although he has sworn loyalty to Nebuchadnezzar in God's name, he later rebels against Babylon. Zedekiah hardens his heart and will not return to the Lord. The priests and the people also become increasingly unfaithful, following the corrupt practices of the surrounding nations and defiling the temple in Jerusalem. Still, God continues reaching out to them. Because of his compassion for his people and his dwelling place, the Lord repeatedly sends messengers to warn them. But the people mock God's messengers, reject his words, and ridicule his prophets. Eventually, their rebellion reaches the point where judgment can no longer be delayed. The Babylonian army marches against Jerusalem. Young men are killed even within the sanctuary, and no mercy is shown to the young, the elderly, or the weak. God allows the nation to fall into Nebuchadnezzar's hands. The Babylonians carry away the treasures of the temple, the possessions of the king, and the valuables belonging to his officials. They burn the house of God, destroy Jerusalem's walls, set fire to its palaces, and ruin everything of worth. Those who survive are taken into captivity in Babylon, where they remain servants until the kingdom of Persia rises to power. Judah is left empty and desolate. For 70 years, the land receives the Sabbath rests that had long been neglected, fulfilling the word spoken through Jeremiah. Yet destruction is not the final word. In the first year of Cyrus, king of Persia, the Lord moves the king's heart. Cyrus sends a proclamation throughout his empire, declaring that the Lord, the God of heaven, has given him the kingdoms of the earth and appointed him to rebuild the temple in Jerusalem. He then calls God's people to return, saying that whoever belongs to the Lord may go up to Jerusalem and may God be with them. The book that began with Solomon building the temple ends with Cyrus giving permission for that temple to be rebuilt. This final chapter reminds us that God's patience should never be mistaken for indifference. Judah received warning after warning, but persistent rebellion eventually brought painful consequences. Even so, God's mercy continued beyond judgment. While his people were still in exile, he was already preparing their return. Failure may close one chapter, but God is still able to begin another. The journey continues in Ezra chapter 1, where Cyrus releases the Jewish exiles, returns the sacred temple articles, and invites the people to begin rebuilding the house of the Lord in Jerusalem.